I always thought the green card was a shield, you know? Permanent resident. The word permanent feels heavy, solid, like it's forged in something real, something that can't be taken away. I built my entire life on that word. My business, my family, my home. For 30 years, I was an American in every way but the piece of paper that says where I was born, and I had the next best thing. Turns out, a shield is only as strong as the person holding it. And when they decide you're no longer worth protecting, that shield is just a piece of plastic. I was 8 years old when I first saw America. I don't remember much about El Salvador, just flashes. The smell of rain on hot dirt. My grandmother's voice. And a deep, quiet fear. The war was everywhere. My parents talked in whispers. Then one day, we were leaving. The journey is a blur, but I remember the moment we crossed. The smell of asphalt in the California sun. It smelled like safety, like the future. We settled in Virginia. My dad did construction. My mom cleaned houses. They worked until their hands were raw. They were building something for us. I learned English from cartoons, played soccer in the park. I was a normal American kid, maybe a little too normal. When I was 19, I was with some friends. We got pulled over. A cop found a single joint in the ashtray. Not even mine. But we all got a possession charge, a misdemeanor. I paid a fine, did community service, and forgot all about it. A stupid mistake. A footnote in my life. I never thought it would become the headline. I went to trade school, learned HVAC. I liked fixing things. I met Maria at a community picnic. She was born here. Her laugh. It was everything good in the world. We fell in love, got married, and we started the process. The green card. Mountains of paperwork, interviews. But we had nothing to hide. They approved it. I held that card in my hand and it felt like a key. The final key to the life my parents had dreamed of. Lawful permanent resident. The United States of America. The years went by. Good years. I started my own HVAC company. I paid my taxes. Every dime. We bought a house with a yard. We had a son, then a daughter. I coached his little league team. My daughter had my wife's laugh. I was living the American dream. I was happy. I was home. The footnote from when I was 19 was so far in the past, it wasn't even in the book anymore. The morning it happened started like any other. 6 a.m., coffee brewing. Then, a heavy official pounding on the door. I opened it to 4 of them. Black vests, the word ICE stamped in white. They asked for me by name. My wife came to the door. "What's going on?" she asked. They didn't answer her. They just looked at me. "You need to come with us." I told them I was a permanent resident. I went to get my wallet, to show them my shield. One of them put a hand on my chest. "We know who you are." He pulled out a file, and there it was. A grainy photocopy from 20 years ago. The joint. "This?" I said, laughing because it was so insane. The lead agent just stared at me. He said the laws had changed, that my old misdemeanor was now an aggravated felony for immigration purposes. Aggravated felony. A phrase designed to make you sound like a monster. For a single joint, 20 years ago. They put me in handcuffs in my own doorway. My son, he was 10, he saw them. He just stood there in his pajamas. My daughter started to cry. I told them it was a mistake, that I'd be home for dinner. That was the last time I saw my home. The detention center isn't a jail. It's worse. It was a private facility, run for profit. A large room, 60 men, metal bunks stacked 3 high, lights on 24 hours a day. Time just melts. The food was subhuman. Moldy bread, sour milk. I saw a man get solitary for complaining about a maggot in his rice. After that, nobody complained. The guards would tell us we had no rights, that we were ghosts, and you start to believe them. I got 1 phone call a day. Maria would be crying. The legal bills were piling up. My lawyer said we could win, but to fight, I had to stay in there. For a year, maybe more. Mentally, they were breaking me down. It's a strategy. I saw it happen to other men. Hollowed out. They just give up and sign the voluntary departure. One night, I couldn't sleep, thinking, I'm going to die in here. The next morning, I told my lawyer I was signing the paper. He begged me not to. I told him I didn't care about winning anymore. I just wanted to feel the sun on my face again. The day they deported me, they put me in shackles. Wrists, ankles, a chain around my waist. We landed in San Salvador. I stepped off the plane and the heat hit me. I stood there, a man in my late 30s, with nothing but the clothes on my back and a piece of paper that said I was from here. But I'm not. My Spanish is clumsy. Here, they call me a gringo. Back there, I was an illegal alien. I don't belong anywhere. I talk to my wife and kids on FaceTime every night. My daughter asks when I'm coming home. My son is angry. How do you explain to a 10-year-old boy that his father had to choose between a cage and exile? They say they're only after criminals. But they needed to hit a quota. They needed bodies. And they found me. A man with a business, a family, a life, a footnote. So I ask you, was I the criminal? Or is the system that labels a father a felon for a teenage mistake, breaks him in a private prison, and tears him from his family? Is that system the real crime?